Shalom. All praises to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well, and Shalom to all the brothers doing the work of sharing truth. Got this just a quick one. Saw this article on Reuters, and I've done a video on this before, but I think the channel I did it on might be down still. So I just wanted to cover it again. So this is what Amazon to let Whole Food shoppers pay with a swipe of their palm. And this again just shows how all angles of of this mark of this implantable chip that'll be under the skin is being pushed. Because I did a video earlier about the what's it called, the crypto one, the digital one, and in the US developing their own thing, and as well about the what's it called, the Maxine passports as well, that they even admitted they're changing the naming scheme to kind of like just get pushed out with less resistance. So these is everything's being pushed from all angles, and it's very gradually as well because of this thing going round. They're like that's gonna give them the strength to kind of be like, oh well, we're pushing in the vibe of like, oh, contactless or more digital because it's safer, moving away from cash, because that's like a lot of companies, but in London anyway, it was moving away of like contactless, of like they basically paying by card, paying by Apple Watch, paying by phone, all these different things, because they had Oyster mandatory on public transport mandatory for the vast majority of public transport from way back. Well, actually, yeah, on buses it was mandatory, but it was like on the underground you could still get a paper ticket, but you're gonna be paying like an arm and a leg for that. I think you still can, just because of people when like that come from overseas. So let me read it. It says Amazon.com Inc. It's the most fucking convoluted name. Said it is rolling out biometric technology at its Whole Foods stores around Seattle starting on Wednesday. And they usually start in they'll start in one city, they'll start in one town, and then spread it. And it's funny because Whole Foods is a global company as well. So it's like just it getting pushed out in one state will spread to the whole of the states. And Amazon, they're the ones who did Amazon Go, which already had what do you call it, no, like you basically pay by just like I say scanning the tags. Everything will be tagged with like RFID tags. Then like whatever you grab as you leave, they'll kind of scan the things and then take the money out of your account. So these guys have been innovating, and this is something that in China has been pushed out. In China, they've been pushing it. They've normalized it already, to where you'll have like what's the term I'm looking for? They'll it's not staffless. Like there won't be any cashierless. There'll be no cashier. You just go out, you kind of scan things with the tags, and then bang, it will take the money out of your. Especially because China, they already have everything centralized. I said it in the video earlier. They've got like the WePay and the Alipay, where it's like it's linked up with your ID, with your bank account, all these different things. And so then it will just be like, yeah, you go in, bang, 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 grab it. And then people will be thinking, oh wow, it's futuristic, it's trendy, it's all this. But then it's they're thinking of it, they're thinking this is, the natural form of progress. They don't realize they're basically being led on that path to that mark, man, to that implantable chip. That's what's gonna take over all of these different things, all these different systems being set up. They're gonna lead to what? To that mark. So this is what the move shows how Amazon is bringing some of the technology already in use at its namesake brick and mortar Go and bookstores. Yeah, the Go stores. I think they called them something different in UK. I can't remember the name, but it was like Amazon something. But they're called Go in the States, and they're called something else over there. I think they've got 2 or 3 in the UK. Maybe they've got more by now. Who knows? But yeah, they're on like they're the ones pushing it because why they're a digital company anyway. They started online, and it's yeah, it's incentivized for them. But then what? It's this is a thing that's going to become standardized and mandatory across the board. So this is what and books to grocery chain acquired in 2017. The system called Amazon One lets customers associate a credit card with with their palm print. It offers a contactless alternative to cash and card payments. Amazon said. The development is funny. It's the palm as well because it's like you're gonna get that mark in your hand, on your forehead. So you get it's the same thing with contactless, same thing with like Oyster cards where you just get used to tap 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 with your hand. Then it will just be like, okay, well we just skip the steps and you just get the chip inside. So this is what the deployment stopped short of introducing Amazon's cashierless technology at Whole Foods. Okay, yeah. See, so said anyway, which critics have said would result in job cuts. Amazon One will still require scanning items at checkout, and the company said it will not impact jobs at Whole Foods. We'll see. Because the last time I went to Whole Foods, it was like 10 tills, like 8, 10 tills. It's like if man are just going in, scan, whatever. Is that's the thing is anyway, is all these systems ESO's developing. When you go to the Georgia Guidestones, they said maintain humanity on under 500 million. That means they're not looking to have when ESO goes in is dealing with his New World Order system. He's not thinking about he's thinking about what do you call it, long term. He's thinking about long term. He's thinking about basically minimizing the numbers over time. That's why what's his name, Prince Philip, man. This guy, now hopefully he's got his wish of how he wished to reincarnate. He can become one of the variants of this thing going round. So he can do what he desired and drop the numbers. But that's the thing is as far as all these numbers, like they're basically a mass amount of death is in the cards, and then what? It's going to be those that are kept are those that are going to stay in line, follow orders. These are the desires of the elites, man. So all them them job cuts that they call it automation. These things are going to go through. ESO's thinking about completely lowering the numbers, man, of people who are around. So this is what Amazon said. Its biometric technology will live at Whole Foods in their headquarters in Seattle on Wednesday. Will live? Okay. And will expand to 7 more stores in the metro area in coming months. So yeah, that's how you already know. It's going to spread from them stores and then spread further as well. Because these things, the elites don't stop at just... It's not gonna. That's the thing. Is since like I said, like I always say, it's like going back to like when 2020 we entered 2020. It's the intensity's kicked up, man. You've seen non-stop from then. It's just been thing after thing after thing. It's like now you just had the what's his face the Derek Chauvin, that cop that choked out what's his name, George Floyd. That guy's trial just ended, Jacobin, like, oh, so happy, blah, blah, blah. But okay, that's not the end of anything. When you deal with the scriptures, when you got to prophecy, it says what, nation shall fight against nation, man. Nations are gonna, people ain't gonna be at peace. And it's about what the prophecies, man, the word that's gone out. Everything's gonna escalate. Everything's gonna continue to escalate. All you've seen is escalation, man. You go back, people were thinking like, oh, there was a half second where people were thinking 2021 was gonna cool off. That's gone out the window. Everything's been intensifying. Everything's been worsening. People have been getting fucked up, man. People are realizing, hey, it's shit's getting real. Now it's like in the UK, we just recently had like pubs and places able to have like outdoor seating, so people can once again. I think in the States, in most of the states, is shit's already been open anyway. But in the UK, they've like in Europe in general, people have been more on lock. So it's like now people have had their little bit of liberty to go out. They're savoring it, man. That's why it's like they'll lock down again. People are gonna go mad because it's just like Germany, I think, locked down again, Spain, and a few other places looking to do it. So but that's the thing. It's like even if it don't lock down right now, these things are gonna worsen. And you already got what the Pentagon pushing out that implantable chip underneath the skin. They're saying there's a solution to this thing going around. So these things are all there. These things are all out. It's not it's not going anywhere. Let me read this. Revelation 12:12. Therefore rejoice ye heavens and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea. For the devil is come down unto you having great wrath, because he knoweth that you have but a short time. Yeah. So Esau's coming down with that wrath, and that's what you've seen. It's these things have been intensifying. Because now they've been pushing out that the vaccines are saying like, oh, cause blood clots. There's different shortcomings with them, and then imagine that just a little while after they start talking about that, then you hear about, oh, we've got this whole new system. And then even in the Guardian, let me see if I can get, because the Guardian did an article. We'll be in the history still. Let's see. Yeah. Fucking coming. UK in drive. So yeah, it's on the Guardian. So UK in drive to develop drugs to take it home to stop C in its tracks. So they're basically in the UK. They're looking for alternatives that the simpler solutions that can be utilized. Yeah. So it shows like, yeah, that's it's gone from, the Maxine was the soothing balm, which that's still getting pushed out heavy, and that's still getting accepted en masse. But now they're saying like, okay, look, we're alternatives, and the chip exists in that wheelhouse, man. That's in that sector. So yeah, I'll leave it there. Shalom. Shalom.